Ayo Midget asks, quick tier list in your opinion video. Well, I spent a lot of time researching and studying, and I've compiled what I believe is the most accurate tier list for Pokken Tournament Deluxe. Hopefully, this tier list will clear up any confusions on my opinions on the topic. Dyrian, aka LSR, asks, how much better would you consider an S tier Pokemon compared to the lowest tier Pokemon? Now, if we look at the tier list that I created, I think that the gap between the S tier Pokemon and the lowest tier Pokemon is pretty much non-existent. Momo asks, why don't you pick up a zoner? You know, I might just do that at some point. Biona/10 asks, by the way, good to see you. Do you think that you could be proficient with any character after enough practice? Now, I believe that I can be efficient with any character, but the real question is, do I desire to be efficient with every character? I don't like all the characters' playstyles. For example, I'm not really a fan of Empoleon's playstyle or Machamp's playstyle. So you'd have to pay me a lot of money to like actually grind with those, but it's almost like, hey man, I'll give you $2,000 to become an Empoleon main for the rest of the year. I'd be like, hey man, sign me up right now. Lil Uzi Vert asks, how long have you had dreads? Thank you, Lil Uzi Vert, for checking out my videos. I hope you're making lots of money out there. I've had my dreads for 11 years, and when I first got them, people would like totally make fun of me, but I stuck with it. In fact, the way that I got dreads, I just took my cornrows out, but I didn't take them all the way out. Like I took them out enough so it was just still nappy, but I just never like completely uncombed them. So that was like the basis of the dreads. That's why some of them are like different sizes and uneven. The reason they're so short is because I actually cut them like 2 years ago, like almost to like this length. They used to be like really low. I'm a big fan of dreads. I think it's the best hairstyle, but you know, that's just me. Sandberry asks, do you have any other tips to improve besides playing good players and long sets? Like a more efficient way to practice combos or tech like perfect blocking? Well, I always said I'm a very big fan of playing the long set to get the majority of your practice, but there are a couple of things that I will say to practice. So you mentioned perfect blocking, so hopefully you've seen my video on how to practice that. Homing canceling, however, I believe is extremely important in and of itself. Do moves that are -8 in field phase and just practice the timing on homing canceling to avoid grabs. That's one thing. Hit confirming is also a big thing. The way you can train this is you set the computer to random block and then react with block. So you do a block stream like a 5YY, and then on block, you don't do anything or you cancel into something that moves you away. And on hit, you continue with your combo. So it's super useful to actually make sure that your attack is confirming. So with Shadow Mewtwo, I'll do like 6x jump back. So I'll buffer 6x into jump back. If it hits, I'll do the jump X. And if it doesn't hit, then I'll just jump back or I'll go for the flamethrower or something like that. So practice doing that. Hit confirm is a really big deal. So you don't just start doing unsafe stuff on people's shield. And the other thing is setup. So what I do is like, if you have like a Mewtwo, for instance, and they keep waking up with stuff like Fire Punch or Side Strike, do some sort of a meaty where you can react to what they're doing. So Shadow Mewtwo again, for example, I would do like 6x. No, I would set the computer to rotate between Side Strike, Fire Punch, and like an attack, just to, you know, mix everything up, an attack and block. So that on hit, I go to my combo. On block, I'll like teleport out of there or just go for like Vortex or something like that. And then on armor, then I'm gonna go into Vortex every single time or try to teleport out if I feel like it. All right, that's all the questions for now. I'm gonna make those other questions into separate videos. After I answer all those questions in a separate video, I'm gonna ask again for another round of questions. So save the questions until that last video and I'll tell you guys when I'm answering some more questions.